Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We're in the midst of the Champions League action in the first game, so now it's time to talk about the Europa League action for the first games. As you can see, we've got the round of 16 set out here. It's United versus Real Sociedad, a game which I'm not looking forward to. We don't do well in Spain. Steaua Bucharest versus Lyon, AZ Alkmaar versus Spurs, Ajax versus Frankfurt, Fenerbahce versus Rangers, Roma, Bilbao, Bodo Glimt, Olympiacos, and Lazio, Victoria Pleasant. I really do think the game of the round is that Roma Bilbao game. It has got a lot of excitement to it. It's got a lot of good players in it, and it's going to be an interesting one to see what's going to happen in the game. We're going to start though in that top left corner with United versus Real Sociedad. And I said we don't do well in Spain. I feel like we're going to slip up, but the more I think about it, the more I look at it and go, Amrim's football works in Europe. Amrim's football is going to take us to the next round, and we're going to win that game against Real Sociedad. And then Steaua Bucharest versus Lyon. Lyon are obviously the better team than Steaua Bucharest. Steaua Bucharest did well in the league phase, but I feel like they'll fall off, and Lyon will take that one. With Stride, AZ Alkmaar, they actually have a former Spurs player up front for him in Troy Parrott, who claimed he was better than Harry Kane in a video recently, which I saw, and it was recently, it was a couple months ago, they released a video, but he claimed he was better than Harry Kane, which is insane. I like the confidence, but I mean, Spurs are going through. Spurs are just going through. Spurs are the better team and shouldn't slip up in that game, but you can, I imagine in the first game you might see some shakes, the second game levels it out, wins the game. Ajax versus Frankfurt on the other side though. Frankfurt without Marmoush means I just think Ajax are going to take that one with a bit of pride, a bit of stride to them, and go for this round. Fenerbahce versus Rangers. Fenerbahce versus Rangers. Rangers, they got a lot of hype around, people big up Rangers a lot, but Jose Mourinho in Europe, Jose Mourinho knows how to do it in Europe, and he's going to do it in Europe. He's in Europa League, mate. He's going to be fine. It's going to be no issues. Beating Rangers there. Bilbao versus Roma, and I do think Bilbao have the best team in the tournament, with people like Inaki and Nico Williams out wide for them, cooking stuff up. Roma, they have some good players. They have some good players, Roma, but I just don't think they can keep up with what Bilbao have to offer. So Unai Simon and stuff like that. Bilbao have a great team, and it's built on success. That's what it's done. Bodo Glimt versus Olympiacos. Now it's one of the other ties around for me. People shove this game aside and say that's a crap game, but Bodo Glimt, I just love how they play in Europe. I really do. Olympiacos, obviously the Conference League winners last year. They've both got a lot to fight for. They've both got a lot to prove, and I just feel like Bodo Glimt might just take it. It's going to be an exciting couple of games. It's going to be a really exciting couple of games between them two. That's where the goals are at in this round. That is where the goals are in Bodo Glimt versus Olympiacos. And then Lazio Victoria Pleasant. Victoria Pleasant actually went unbeaten for quite a while in the league phase, but Lazio obviously having a great group stage, and I think they will surpass that and go through to the next round. Once again, there's no issue, similar to Lyon over there with Steaua Bucharest, and it gives a pretty hefty, packed quarter-final for the Europa League there, doesn't it? With United playing in Lyon, Spurs playing against Ajax, Fenerbahce versus Bilbao, and then Bodo Glimt versus Lazio. It's a lot of contrast, a lot of umanas. We're like, ooh, which way could that go? And we're gonna start with that United versus Lyon game. Obviously, Lyon know how to upset United, like Manchester teams. They did it with City a couple of years ago. But once again, I just feel like Amrim's football is more suited to Europe than it is to the Premier League right now, and that's why we'll win the game and get into the semi-final, book our place in the semi-final, and then be facing, we'll get to that in a second, but Spurs, Ajax, the other English team left in the tournament against Ajax, the team they played in the semi-final of the Champions League a couple of years ago when they got to the final and ended up losing the final to Liverpool. Ajax, United, last time United won the Europa League, that's who we played in the final. It's a tough one. Ajax have that European history, and I just feel like Ajax just edge it for me, literally just over Spurs. I think this is where Anja slips up and Ajax take it through to the next round of the semi-finals. Then on to the other side, Fenerbahce versus Bilbao. I spoke about Bilbao. They have the best team, player for player, in the tournament for me, in my opinion. Against Fenerbahce, Jose Mourinho's team. It's a Jose Mourinho team. It's a hard team to face. It's always going to be a hard team to face against a Jose Mourinho side. But I just feel like Bilbao might edge it just on. I feel like Fenerbahce have competition experience. They have the great manager. Bilbao just the better team, the more youthful team, the more energetic team, the one that's going to run you out the park. And Bilbao, that's just going to make Jose struggle. But I feel like whoever wins at this game is going to be a tough opponent for Man United either way. I just feel like that the chance of a home final for Bilbao is just going to push them on. Bodo Glimt versus Lazio on the other side. I spoke about Lazio and I spoke about Bodo Glimt and how good their European stature has been over the past couple of years, and now they've slowly building themselves up towards, going towards a final of a European competition, and I think they will make it there at some point, but not this year. I do feel like it is. Oh, apparently it is this year. I forgot which way I put it round. Bodo Glimt beating Lazio. I was going to explain that one now, just because I feel like Lazio played well in the league phase, but it's where I am. As I just said, Bodo Glimt have been building their way to getting further and further in European competitions each year, and they just hold together strong. And I've bigged them up here because why not? I don't like that. I made a mistake there, which is a bit annoying. But going into the final now. Going into the final, Man United versus Bilbao. Bilbao win this game. They get a home final. They get a final in their home stadium in San Mamés against United. United know what they're doing in Europe. They've been to two Europa League finals the past couple of years, but I just feel like Bilbao just edge it. I think they got a better team than us. I've been speaking about how Amber's football is suited to it, but once again, Spanish teams we struggle against, and a team like Bilbao we would really struggle against, and I think they'd just get the better of us. We wouldn't give it all, and it was going to be absolutely frustrating. It's going to be a heart attack. We're going to get beat on penalties or something like that, and Bilbao go through to the next round. And then Ajax versus Bodo Glimt, as I was speaking about Bodo Glimt, giving a lot of hype towards them tracking forwards to a European final. I just think this is where the train stops, and Ajax make it to the final with an Ajax Bilbao final. You see the little. What I kind of like is kind of like the little patterns that we're getting here with the smoothing around. Ajax Bilbao in the final. Once again, Bilbao as a whole final. I think it's their tournament to take. I really do think I think Bilbao are the best team in the tournament, and they've got a home final. Everything to me right now is leading towards me saying Bilbao are going to win the Europa League. We'll wait and see. I think they've got the trickiest path of going to win it. With, as you can see there, Roma in the round 16 is probably the most difficult game anyone's got, apart from United, Real Sociedad. Then for the back, Jose Mourinho in the quarter-final. It's going to be a storyline for him, but it's somewhere where they've been before. It's somewhere they can go before, and I feel like they can do something in the tournament. We'll wait and see what they can do. That is going to be the end of the video now, guys. If you've liked the video, please leave a like. We'll see more. Subscribe, because there's more on the channel every single day. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I do catch you next time. Cheers.